tied it up late in that game.
Coming back from 21 down.
Thought they were going to play for overtime. The old fumble, Ruski. Are you kidding me? To set him up to McCleskey with the long touchdown catch. Jalen McCleskey last night. Been waiting on him to bust out since he transferred to Oklahoma State. His dad's a defensive backs coach for the Green Wave. Jalen last night, 4 catches, 120 yards, 2 touchdowns. The second one was the game winner in which the Tulane Green Wave beat Houston last night, 38-31. They're 3-1 overall, 1-0 in the American. Everybody down in the Big Easy is fired up where the program is and about last night. Here's Coach Willie Fritz joining us this morning. Coach Fritz, great win last night. Congratulations. Thank you for the time this morning.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you giving me a holler. And guys played extremely hard. We had to fight through a lot of adversity, but made the plays when it counted. And, some great play calls at the end. My offense coordinator, Will Hall, did
But before we
super
get
job. Go ahead.
No, before we get to your offense and what Justin and what all those guys accomplished last night, your defense had a task with De'Aaron King. Coming into the game, King was, I believe it was 16 straight games where he had accounted for a touchdown, whether it was rushing or passing. Last night he gets another one, but your defense in the second half really played well against him.
Yeah, he's a stud. What a great player. Great movement, great speed. Throws the ball well. You try to keep him in the pocket. It's almost impossible to keep him in the pocket. Make some adjustments at halftime. And they kept running the football. We gave him some first downs. We gave him some yardage. But when it was time to stop him, we did a super job, down the red zone area. And especially there that last drive. I had one time out in my pocket. I wasn't sure if I was going to try to use it or not. We held on to it. Might have helped us out if Jalen would have got tackled to kick the field goal. But excellent job with Jack Curtis, defensive staff, and making adjustments in the second half.
We're talking to Coach Willie Fritz, head coach of the Tulane Green. We have massive win on ESPN last night in Yeoman. Coach, what did you learn about the character of your squad? Because whether it was being down 21-0 early, a terrible call late because referees hate New Orleans, I have no idea why. It seemed like y'all were just able to overcome everything. Like, did you know that the team had this in them?
Yeah, I really do. We got great kids. I think we've built a great culture here, and these are all the kids. I've only got one guy on the team that was here before I got here. It's my 4th year.
Wow.
And we've really upgraded, I feel like, in recruiting. We got the good players, the good Division I kids that are here, and they're doing an excellent job of buying into what we're selling. The players don't do that. You don't have a chance. I got great staff. I've kept most of them together here for the 4 years that I've been here at Tulane. And that consistency, I think, is very, very important.
Coach, I got to ask you, man, have you ever crowd surfed with your team in the locker room before? Because there's a great video of you riding, legitimately crowd surfing your players.
I do that after every win. I did that when I was
in
junior college. I do it here at Tulane. I've been doing it since 1993. So
been doing it for a long time. Never mind.
Yeah. Are you worried they're going to drop you? I said they don't drop you after the win. I don't do it after the bad outcome.
Coach, Jalen McCleskey, a lot of people in college football know about him and what he accomplished at Oklahoma State. I saw you in the postgame last night after the win saying you kind of been hoping to get him going since he's gotten down here in New Orleans. Last night was a coming-out party for him.
Yeah, it really was. What a big catch on the sideline.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was.
Unnoticeable, but incredible catch. And
a great throw for Justin rolling to his right.
Exactly. And, those guys have built a rapport between them over the last few weeks. And Jalen's a great player. One of the things that's tough, she's doing all this stuff too with the RPOs. And, you don't know exactly who's going to get the ball, and sometimes it just doesn't work out if you're trying to feature a guy and things like that. But Jalen's been nothing but positive the whole time through and had a huge ball game for us. And, in the post game, in the locker room with the kids, I said, I guess you can't have your coming out party tonight because that was really special and really clutch for us.
Yeah, and so speaking of a coming out party, it's kind of a coming out party for the program, Coach. And I know y'all knew this going into the game, right? I mean, ESPN stage, the incredible fresh blue unis, the only college football game in the country, an intense AAC match to start things off, and y'all got it done. And now when you look, you got a quarterback in Justin McMillan who is 8-2 in his last 10 since he's been starting with Tulane. How much has McMillan meant to your program?
He's done a great job. He really has. He's loves football. I mean, he is consumed with it 24/7. You know, and it's great to have him, you know, leading our guys, and he's really built a super relationship with all the teams. Sometimes you get a transfer in, and we've got a few guys that transfer in from different places, and it takes them a while to get ingrained with the other players in the program. But Justin is really did a good job of that when he came in last year, and he just built upon it, and you know, playing extremely well for us. I don't think he gets the credit that he should for his running ability.
Yeah.
You know, he really can run the football and takes off. He's got tremendous speed, and he just get a little bit better each and every week.
Coach, the uniforms, everybody in the country's talking about them. Are you hearing about it from recruits or potential players on how good you guys looked last night aesthetically?
You know, I'm sure we are. I'm a little bit old school. I have my equipment guy and my athletic director. Those guys make all the same. I just want us all to look the same. That's what I tell my players. Now, the dress, you know, it's better to play good than look good. And so I'm not really concerned about it. But I love our colors. I think, you know, the blue looks sharp anytime you got it on.
You guys are playing good right now at 3-1 overall and 1-0 in the American. You got a road trip to Army coming up next with a bye here. So now you go into a bye before a road trip to Army. Coach, keep them fighting, and great win last night. Thank you for the time this morning.
Hey, thank you very much. Roll wave.
Yes, sir.
There he
Great
is.
job, Coach. And take it. I mean, well, he's not on the phone anymore, but take it from Millennial. He may be old school, but the Tulane social media, everything, it's all really good. They do great work.